All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Cold Cast presentation. I'm your casting host, Beef. With me today, we have Sender, and we're bringing you coverage of Dreamhack Summer 2013. The Heroes of Newer tournament is off to a start, and we are in the group stage. It's the best of one matchup here between stayGreen International and KungFu Gaming. As I mentioned, Sender joining me. Sender, how you feeling about this matchup?
You got SG, the clear favorites, but, I would like to see what KungFu Gaming can pull out. A lot of controversy around this team as they were invited, but, hopefully they'll be able to give SG a run for their money and provide a good match.
Yeah, that's definitely what we are looking for. Here is that good match. Already today, we did see stayGreen actually take out Myth S2Y, but S2Y, one of the Southeast Asian teams, had a pretty good run. And stayGreen, maybe not looking as indestructible, although they did still come out in top in a pretty dominant fashion, it looked like. And KungFu Gaming, certainly less established than the S2Y team. And we'll see how this one plays out. But already going through the blind banning and lock pool stage. Sender, tell us about what we got.
I was looking at the blind bans, and I was really surprised that KungFu Gaming let the affiliate slip by. Most notoriously as Chelsea's best jungle hero, and then SG not even choosing to lock the affiliate up. So kind of surprising. Usually Chelsea's very dominant on the hero.
Yeah, definitely does do extremely well, but not going to be used. We'll see if he gets banned out here in just a moment. Heroes that did make it into the lock pool, though: Keeper of the Forest, Torturer, Magmus, Pebbles, Rally, and Dampier. So three very strong melee initiators. You throw your Dampier in there for your ganker carry type. And then, of course, you got your versatile heroes in Torturer and Keeper of the Forest. Whether or not they're going to be playing one specific role or maybe playing versatile roles, we will see. What do you think about the lock pool?
It'll probably be most likely what. I mean, there's a lot of things they can do with this keeper. They could put him in the long lane, pick something like a Moon Queen, or another carry, or they could put him in the jungle, depending on what heroes they get or what they want to do. But like you said earlier, they have a lot of versatility open to them. So we'll have to wait and see how the first couple picks go. And from the Hellborn's lineup, I mean, honestly, it looks like they're going to run a double dual lane strategy or an aggressive tri-lane strategy. Maybe they feel like they need to do something risky, get an early advantage to be able to beat stayGreen. So, what they can do is they can aggressively tri-lane and try to get a lot of kills in the early game.
Yeah, that aggro tri-lane would be fun to watch, but stayGreen, they're pretty damn good about putting Slicks in that solo short lane, and Slick's one of the best around it, just making sure that he's not going to get killed, trying to soak up experience when he can, and then recovering later on. So SG, by all means, they know how to deal with this kind of a strategy, if that is what KungFu Gaming will employ. So we'll see how they go into that one. Bans coming out now, though: Moon Queen, Scout, Engineer, Deadwood, Artillery, and Warbeast banned out. Ophelia left unbanned. They're giving this hero up.
I mean, it's like they want them to pick Ophelia. I mean, isn't that kind of what they're telegraphing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're saying this is the best hero on your team for the best player in the world at this hero. Just have it.
I mean, it's really surprising. I mean, either they're being silly or they have a strategy in mind, and I'd have to assume the second.
Yeah, I can't imagine that these guys are just like, here, have Ophelia. They have to have some kind of a pocket strat. And I'm really excited to see what it is. They will pick up Master of Arms right now. So that's already some great anti-push potential with that Acid Bomb. Going to be able to diminish Ophelia a little bit. And we'll see if they pick up another anti-push hero. Plague Rider. I hate that pick.
I mean, I want to just talk about the MOA pick first. So right now you have Rally in the lock pool, and that's a very strong combination with the Master Skull. And then also they don't want to give away MOA to a team with Ophelia. You don't want the technically double heal global. It's very hard to deal with. But yeah, the Plague Rider, I think they're going to run this as a dual lane, long lane support. I was looking at some of the replays, some of the replays, and that's what it looked like to me, at least.
Well, that can certainly be interesting, but of course, with that ultimate on Plague Rider being diminished by the number of creeps, typically you don't see it picked up against an Ophelia or a Keeper of the Forest, which they likely will be going up against both of those heroes. SG going to complement their very strong pushing base lineup now with a Fade and Pyromancer to give it that mid-game ganking potential as well. Shaping up pretty well for the top team in the world.
Yeah, I mean, once they get this Keeper of the Forest, most likely it's going to be very hard for the Hellborn team to defend towers, even with the Master of Arms. They're going to need another counter pusher here, to be honest. You know, maybe like a Bubbles or even a Midas could work. I think they need another heavy counter pusher, to be honest.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. Yeah, something like that. Bubbles could certainly work. Might want to pick up Torture from the lock pool if possible as well. There's the Bubbles, so good call on that one. You think Keeper of the Forest is going to come out first here for SG?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt in my mind.
All right. SG does pick up that Keeper and maybe see something like the Rally here. You simply can't give up Rally in this situation. I would say KFG has to pick up Rally with one of these two picks.
I mean, there's a couple thoughts in my mind. They could pick in a way where they take away from like all late game heroes from SG. They could take like Dampier, Torture, but you know that kind of weakens their own lineup at the same time, and it's probably not really worth it. So, alright.
Okay, so there's the Torture and Rally. They gain additional anti-push with that Torture, and now with Master of Arms, Torture, Bubbles, and of course Rally having that Compel available as well as the Deafening Roar, they have a very serious amount of anti-push.
Yeah, but you know, SG don't really have to like hard push. They can split push, and they'll farm the map better, get hero kills. Yeah. Sure, they can like defend a tower probably with their anti-push, but it's going to be very difficult for them to deal with the split push. And I probably expect the Pebbles pick here, to be honest. Well, actually, yeah, probably Pebbles. They honestly could pick any of the three.
Yeah, there's the Pebbles, so will most likely be teaming up with that Pyromancer, or could be teaming up, or going solo and allowing Fade to team up with Pyro. Yes, Slicks will be playing that Pebbles most likely in the short lane here. SG going for the attempted synchronized ready. Screwed it up just a bit. I have no doubt in my mind they will perfect that over the next couple of days, though.
I mean, if I'm SG, you got to be thinking. You got to look at this Playgrinder. There's no way he's gonna be a suicide hero unless you're running like a rally support. So how do they want to match the lanes here? You know, do you want the Pebbles solo mid versus the Bubbles with pooled regen, or do you want the Pebbles plus support bottom lane? I'm kind of thinking they'll put Pebbles mid with pooled regen and then maybe put Fade in Pyro bottom.
It'd be a very interesting proposition. Right now, though, we do have 4 members. Make that 5 of stayGreen. Going to be heading up into the top lane. KZU only buying 1 set of Blightstones so far, so saving a lot of his money. While Z-Freak and Swindabones lead the charge with their stun. Slicks as well. So the triple stun up here could definitely catch somebody out of position. Unfortunately for them, KFG going to be heading down into the bottom lane, so both teams heading into the opposing team's jungle.
You know, another thing SG can do here is they can aggressively tri-lane because the other team picked Playgrider. You know, when you pick Playgrider, it really signifies what you want to do. You want to have a dedicated support in that long lane. You know, and he's not really that useful if the opposing team decides to play aggressive on you because he is slow, and most of the times he starts with the Distinguished, so you got to get a couple levels up before you can actually be impactful in your short lane if you decide to transit your hero. So what they could do is put the Keeper bottom, and then tri-lane top. They could effectively win 3 lanes here because Keeper would get full XP in the short lane. And that's what it looks like they're going to do, as KZU is back in the well. He's probably just going to block bottom.
Yeah, looks like he will. Just take a look at that bottom lane for now, and very interesting lanes coming out from SG with that aggro tri-lane, aggro pseudo tri-lane at least. Well,
oh wait, I think
suicide
they predicted these lanes differently.
Is this a suicide Pebbles?
They gave Pebbles pool regen, so what they're thinking is it's a 1v1 matchup, which it's not. I'm pretty sure immediately Pyromancer will walk top after putting a little bit of damage on this Bubbles.
It's a possibility. Not going to rotate at least just yet, but we'll keep an eye on that one. The bottom lane, Torture, Plague Rider going to be hanging out. playing against Keeper of the Forest. And these are some very odd lanes overall. You expect that Torturer to be solo. You expect that Master of Arms probably to be there in the middle lane and Bubbles up top. I don't know, man. Some
Wait,
very, very odd
is
lanes.
this a support rally? I'm confused. Okay, so you look at MOA's items. He has a Guardian Ring, but Rally is pooled regen.
Yeah, I have absolutely no clue what KFG's doing here, and they're showing us the ancient Chinese secret of some pretty strange lineups.
And then dive in the middle lane and Bubbles will go down.
Yeah, they certainly do. Ophelia dragging the Skeleton King minion into the middle lane, and easy bloodlust kill here for Team stayGreen. GG Slayer off to a pretty bad start.
Yeah, I mean, he caught a lot of Pyro Stones, which is something you don't like to see, and then a dive did get him killed. And Rally transitioned to the middle lane as... I guess he wants to support the Bubbles, but it doesn't really seem like he's going to accomplish much. You know, if they wanted to do a support rally, they should have got counter wards and counter warded the pool, and just had him sit on the pools, get some EXP there. But this is a little peculiar. Not really what I expected when I saw the draft.
Well, there we go. Going into a pause right here. Just a real brief one. Maybe trying to take care of some keybinds or something along those lines. And Pyromancer has rotated up. Excuse me, no, has not rotated up into the top. He's back in base. I keep confusing yellow and orange, man. I swear I'm colorblind. But right now it's just going to be Fade 1v1 with this Bubbles, and he should be able to hold his own no problem, so wouldn't be surprised to see Pyromancer head up top, and yep, TP's up top immediately, so he's going to join Pebbles, and as soon as Pyro gets there, if Slicks baits this properly, they could go for a kill.
Yeah, they definitely could. I mean, if they land the Pebble Stun, I expect him to fall.
And they're definitely up there. Pebbles is probably going to try to lead with the Stalagmites here, and they will connect. Pyromancer has the Dragon Fire. In comes the nuke from Ophelia, and down goes Limestyle. Good job by SG picking up their second kill only 2 minutes into this game, and already off to a very large resource advantage.
Yeah, you know, SG doing a very good job. KFG with some awkward or non-standard lanes, and they're coming out on top, you know, getting some kills on the map. And now they're just going to put the dual lane up here with Ophelia to support them. They should do just fine. I even come out ahead, but then again, a rally supporting the MOA should keep them alive if they play properly.
Yeah, we'll see how good QQ Noodle is going to be able to do up there, and if Ophelia is able to get the correct creeps, maybe something like a Skeleton King Minotaur combination to try to really put the hurt on this top lane. But until then, this rally should be pretty safe with the Master of Arms, like you said. Taking a look at this bottom lane, KSU going 1v2 on Keeper of the Forest is currently at 11-1, as opposed to the 12-0 CS of Torture and the 3-10 of Plague Rider. So they're doing pretty well in this bottom lane, but they're not able to prevent farm and levels from Keeper of the Forest.
I mean, Torch's not even free farming though. What, he only has 200 gold per minute in a 2v1 lane? And I mean, it's kind of a difficult position to be Plague Rider. You can't really harass the tree, especially in the early levels, because, you know, you level the Extinguished at lane position. So, I don't know, I still think they should be doing better. They should get like a counter ward and just try to use their mana on him. You know, Torch sitting at full mana here.
Oh, kill in the middle lane as well. Ophelia coming out of the jungle once more, and they clean up a kill onto GG Slay with that Burning Shadows combination, and Z-Freak picks up the kill with the Dragon Fire Phoenix Wave.
Anywhere.
Top lane, though, Pebbles might be in some trouble. Uses the Stalagmites onto the correct hero, though. And Master of Arms not able to survive. Well, excuse me, not able to get the kill.
Jesse's
They're
coming
going to
in. Where's his creep? It's in the back.
Yeah, he's perhaps going to come around the side with this Minotaur. Phoenix Wave going to go out and hit 2 here. The auto attacks might be enough on a Master of Arms. DP support is coming in. This is going to be Torture, but Master of Arms is dead. And Jesse chooses to back up, hitting level 5 off that kill. He'll grab another creep. SG, 4-0 so far. Jesse doing work.
I think KFG are now actually going to put the Torture in a support role because they know Plague can't really adjust. He just has to stay in the lane and, do what he can. And they need someone to back up their MOA in the short lane. They need another hero. So they're just going to rotate Torch from the carry role into the support role.
Well, right now they're going to try for top, but the compel misses. And Slicks will survive. They definitely had the damage to get that kill.
In the middle lane, they're going on the bubbles.
Yeah, they are. GG Slayer with his third death there. Barely even needed the assistance from Chessie. Fade with the reflection, Burning Shadows opener. More than enough to bring home that kill. Ophelia is standing on a ward, though, so nobody's going to try to man up on her. KFG, they're in a terrible position 6 minutes in. Oh, they're going on to Rally here. Minotaur stun is available and will get the Burning Shadows. Rally goes down, so just caught out of position, and SG's capitalizing on all these mistakes.
And in the bottom lane,
in the bottom.
even the Plague Rider might go down.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
Not going to use the root just yet.
If he got some good blocks off there, then he may have used the root, but he decided
King's Grasp into the Minotaur stun up top. And the combo coming in from Pebbles. Slicks picks up kill. 3-0-4 here on Chessie. 6 minutes in. You cannot give Chessie this 0.
I mean, Chessie's playing well in this game, but I feel like it's just how these lanes are set up. KungFu Gaming can't really do anything except for not die. They can't really do anything against a tree. Their bubbles can't really do anything middle, and honestly, all they can do is not die in their lanes. And like you said, Chessie's on fire, setting up lots of kills in every lane. Both lanes, and he's been involved in every single kill this game.
Well, Chessie is perhaps going to get taken out here. Has the Ophelia heal and will use it. Minotaur does have a stun available in 1 second and drops that stun. Dragon Wave into the Phoenix right there. And Fade going to come in, looks for the reflection opener. Will have to go onto Master of Arms. The Cull first, then the Burning Shadows. Master of Arms will go down. Rally barely escaping, as does Chessie. Slagbite's going to connect onto GG Slayer, and Bubbles takes his 4th death of the game.
And unfortunately, Chessie is no longer involved in every kill, but, I think he'll cope with that.
He'll be alright. Keizu is going to try to take a tower in the bottom lane. Impalement activated on Torture, but with this many creeps, it doesn't do that much. Although, Keeper minions do just despawn and respawn immediately.
Deciding to go Impalement against this heavy push lineup is kind of an odd decision. We're gonna whiff stun. Keeper's probably gonna get this tower on the next creep wave. Torch only has
he's got 2 spells.
He has one more spell. No, he has one.
Yeah, one more. Yeah. That Impalement's expensive compared to the Agonizing Bonds. And Fate is coming over here. Does not have Reflection, but only needs the Burning Shadows Cull. Root into the Burning Shadows. And there's the mana burn. Finishes him off. YJK taking the fall and double damage. Fade assisting Keeper the Forest. Tower goes down. Top lane
And
Rally gonna get caught out by Chessie and Slicks. Down he goes. 11-0. stayGreen making this look like an absolute pub stomp.
Yeah, at this point, there's really not much they can do.
Yeah, not a lot. 3-man tower dive happening up top. 2 TPs are going to come, and there's the chuck forward on a creep. Pyromancer is the one that's in trouble, though. Yeah, Ultimate going to be going out there. The Plague Carrier doing some work. Pyromancer going to go down. Slicks is going to take a lot of damage from this as well. And, well, Chetsy coming in with the minions, and Fade going to get the big Burning Shadows off right there. They drop Rally. They're going to go for Master of Arms, though. I feel like he'll already used Kelfield onto 2, though. This is a 3v2 fight with no support coming for stayGreen. But the Hellborn team simply has nothing to really follow it up with. Chart shot onto Ophelia, and Burning Shadow's going to be taking out Bubbles right here. Ultimate Warrior, actually Legendary Streak coming out for Swindlebones. There's Keizu showing up with the Tree Dog minions, and down goes Master of Arms. Looks like they're going to just convert this and take a tower as well.
Yeah, a slight overextension by SG, but, you just saw how far behind the Hellborn team was. That was probably the perfect fight for them. Plague Rider got amazing bounces off, but yet, in the end, it just didn't matter. stayGreen still came out on top.
Yeah, they're just very, very far behind at this point. XP per minute, you're talking about a 650 experience per minute. Fade hits level 11 here, only 10 minutes in. Swindlemelon's 5-0 and 6 on this Fade. I mean, that's incredible. He is so over leveled at this point. He has more experience per minute than Bubbles, Master of Arms, and Rally combined. That's pretty brutal. Slick's going to miss the Stalagmites there in the bottom lane, just going for a long shot onto trying to pick up Torture.
Let's see. I think SU just gonna go back, keep up farming, probably get their portal key on their pebbles.
Oh, they're diving top.
Pressure. Oh, they're in?
They wanted to be in. Keep of the Forest held the root, though. They're doing a great job of using small groups of players to really create pressure in different areas so that their farmers can continue to farm. Slick's getting that farm on in the bottom lane while Fade was trying to hold it down mid. But Fade activates the Reflection here. He wants a kill, and with that level 2 Reflection, he'll have a big, big attack. Sees the Bumbles and the Torturer, but on the high ground, there's Rally as well. Plague Rider using the TP instead of a Rev Ward there for a second.
I mean, they know he's there, but they don't really have any way. I mean, they can shell surf in the trees to maybe spot him out, but they only have one counter ward. And oh no, actually, he got countered as well.
This is about to be a 5-man engagement. And Acid Bomb dropped to really initiate things. Energizer is going to be used. They're going for a chase. Ophelia minions from behind. King's Grasp goes in. The Ophelia heal is there as well. Defensive Master's Call. Combo to drop Torture. Bubble's going to get locked down by the Minotaurs. Rally is going to go down. Plague Rider ultimate bouncing down mostly to creeps. Pyromancer does get taken out by it. Bubble's going to try to TP on out of there. Doesn't matter. The Chuck and the Minotaur stuns are going to do it. Tower goes down as well. 12 minutes in. stayGreen up 16k gold, 12,000 experience, and Senator, this game is an absolute disaster for KFG.
Yeah, I mean, there's honestly no coming back from this. Just a horrendous start. You know, not much they could do with the lanes, and I wouldn't be surprised at all to see the concede vote up in 3 minutes. I mean, look how cocky they are. You saw Keeper getting Alec Bones. Swindlemelon's got Energizer, which isn't by any means bad, but it's not the most optimal item on a Fade.
Yeah, I actually don't disagree with the Energizer, though. It gives him the stats. It gives him the movement speed to try to chase somebody down if he does need to open from outside of that Reflection. I
don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's the most optimal. But it's it's not really gonna matter.
Yeah, normally you see the portal key first, but this time he'll get the Steam Boots, Energizer, Vestments, portal key at 12 minutes. I think he's all right.
I think he'll be just okay.
I think so as well. We'll go for the Reflection opener here, and it looks like he will go down. The Illusion helping to pick that one off with the assistance of Little Brother Z-Freak.
Actually, no assistance from Little Brother Z-Freak.
He was there for moral support, Sender.
Alright, that'll count, Beef.
Top lane, Keizu and Jesse utilizing the power of push. Gonna try to take down this tower. Jesse hanging out in the backfield with the minions coming in. King's Grasp is there. Minotaur stun number 1 and Minotaur stun number 2. Jesse is in some trouble here. Has the Ophelia heal in 5 seconds. It's not going to be soon enough. Jesse is going to go down. The Minotaurs and Skeleton Kings are dead as well. Keizu's there. Oh, combo going to be coming in. Dropping Master of Arms immediately. Keeper of the Force will go for the root. Catches 2. Burning Shadow is going to be going on to 2 as well. And the Cull is not going to come in immediately. Fate taking a lot of damage, needs to get out of there. Turns it around with the Cull, not going to hit much of anything. Slicks gets 1 kill. Pyro Strike going to finish off Rally, and now Slicks going to be coming in once more, trying to drop some auto attacks. Keeper of the Forest manning up onto Torture as well, and Tort will go down to the Cull. Slicks completes the Genocide, diving deep. 14 minutes in. I don't even know, man. Can they 14 CC this?
I mean, they want to, but they're just unable to. The game won't let them.
It's at this point the technology is holding them back from. This is complete and total utter defeat. The top team in the world playing against a new and untested team, and I mean this is kind of what you expect going into a best of 1 like this. But this is complete and utter domination so far from stayGreen.
Yeah, I mean, KFG did something. They pulled out the unexpected. I'm pretty sure SG were 100% surprised by their lanes and how they decided to do it. Unfortunately, it just didn't pay off. Nothing really worked.
Yeah.
how it is they wanted it to, and maybe we'll see a concede vote.
I'd be interested to see exactly how they thought this was going to play out by giving them Ophelia, Keeper of the Forest, and Fade, and Pebbles, and Pyromancer. It's
Yeah, I don't know.
questionable
Like I
drafting.
thought they were like planning to beat in Ophelia, but what they were doing wasn't really gonna stop Ophelia.
No, he never was. Master of Arms going to use the offensive Master's Call to try to run away from Keeper of the Forest and Ophelia here. There's a route available in 10 seconds, but Creep Block going to save Master of Arms. So those lane creeps really screwing over Ophelia.
We have Snow Melons going on in the bottom lane in a little bit.
He wants him. Portal Key in. Burning Shadows is there. Six going to join the party with this Stalagmite's Toss. Champion of Newark Street coming out for Swindabones on Fade. 610 gold per minute. An additional 3,000 gold saved up. He's having a pretty good time so far in this game. And KFG, they're not going to call this quits just yet, knowing that it is a best-of-1 series. They got nothing to do for the next hour. Might as well turtle this out.
I mean, SG are buying kind of bad items. They are, they do have little late game. That's some hope, I suppose. You don't have to look at the top bar and see the 1%.
Oh,
No,
Stalagmite's...
which is percentage difference.
Oh my god. 75 to 25%.
Yeah.
That's pretty... I don't know that I've ever seen it that high before. That's pretty brutal. Top lane, Burning Shadows will connect. There's the Pyro Stun, as long with the Lex Talionis, man. Lex Luthor coming to party and just dropping Master of Arms.
I mean, okay, so... What, you got Alchemist Bones? You got how many post haste? I think I saw 2.
2 or 3, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, double combo coming out. Slick's gonna drop 1 before being sent to town by Ophelia. The dropship Pebbles being employed outside of the base. You don't see that too often, man. And he TP's back with post haste. This is insane. Next level strategies.
Okay, so, if you do the math, it's still a 20,000 gold lead. So, that's nothing that the Hellborn team can't deal with. They got this.
Oh, I guess Pebbles got a kill up top. Oops. That's 3 sets of Alchemist Bones, or 2? 2, okay.
Okay, it's 2 now.
Oh, man. Middle lane, the tower is being pressured, though. Kelfield going to connect onto 3. Bubbles goes in with the Song of the Sea, but not going to do a whole lot. Plague Rider ultimate out there, bouncing around. Rally, and Bubbles going to go down immediately. Plague taking a lot of damage. Torture is going to go down. Slicks runs down Plague Rider. And the only one to escape is Master of Arms. The vote to concede is put up. GG, well played's coming out. And stayGreen, just like that, off to their second victory of the day. And they're going up 2-0 now in this group stage. KFG starts it out at 0-1.
Yeah, SG off to a good start, like you said, and KFG, off to a bad start. They tried something different. They gave Chessie is probably his best hero in the game, and it's a hero that makes their team shine also, and it just didn't pay off. They tried something different, and they just didn't execute properly, and SG guessed the lanes pretty well, and they put a tree versus a Plague Rider dual lane, and they came out really far ahead at the laning phase.
Yeah, winning those lanes really did put them in a great position to actually win that game, and that they did 17 minutes in, forcing KungFu Gaming to go for the CC, and that's going to do it. Guys, we have a pretty extended break now until our next matchup, that one that is going to be coming up in about 45 minutes, so make sure to stay tuned for that, and let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule real quick and see just what matchup that is going to be. Open up the schedule over here. And we do actually have Complexity versus VDT. That's going to be our next matchup here in about 45 minutes, Sender.
That's going to be a really interesting matchup. Complexity definitely the favorites, but VDT definitely have what it takes to win that game.
Yeah, it's going to be one of the more interesting ones to watch. We saw that Complexity was actually taken out by IG in the Swedish Pride qualifiers, and then VDT actually had a good run against IG as well. So,
Wait,
I mean,
what?
VDT beat IG in some
No.
scrims.
In scrims, okay.
Yes, in some scrims, not in that Swedish Pride tournament. So I'm saying by the property of, I don't even know what I don't talk math with me. Center, stop. Center, you're out of control. This is gonna be a good matchup though.
So VDT will surprise everybody and beat complexity, is what you're saying, right?
No, but it's a possibility.
Okay. Okay.
I think it's gonna be a great match. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I
Center.
can't disagree with that.
I think it's going to be an absolutely fantastic match. So definitely looking forward to that one, guys. We're going to go ahead and take a break, though. We'll be playing some content for you in between now and then. But once again, we're going to be starting that match in about 45 minutes from here. That's going to be at 1300 CEST. That is 0700 on the East Coast. And 4 o'clock in the morning over here on the West Coast, guys. So don't go anywhere. Colecast coverage of Dreamhack Summer 2013. Group stage complexity versus VDT coming up next.